The sun sets over the wide plains of East Africa, painting the land red and gold. The Maasai people gather as the evening wind lifts their bright robes. A circle forms on the dusty ground. Voices rise in song, deep and strong. In the middle, a young warrior jumps high into the air. His body stretches tall, his face sharp with focus. He lands with balance and the crowd cheers. Another warrior follows, then another. The jumping dance has begun. If you found this glimpse into Maasai culture fascinating, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more untold stories from around the world. This dance is called the Adumu, the famous Maasai jumping dance. To an outsider it may look simple, men taking turns to leap into the air. But to the Maasai, it is much more. Every jump is a test. It shows strength. It shows stamina. It shows that a young man is ready for the life of a warrior. The Adumu is often performed during Unoto, a special ceremony that marks the change from youth to adulthood. This event lasts for days with blessings, songs, food, and the watch of elders. At its centre stands the jumping dance. It is here that young warriors must prove themselves. Their bodies are tested, their spirits are judged. Yet not every man can rise above the rest. Some leap too low, some land too heavy. Whispers move quickly through the crowd. Among the Maasai, pride and honour are everything. A weak jump can bring shame that lasts for years. The women of the village watch closely. Their colourful bead necklaces shine in the sun as their eyes follow each leap. A man who jumps high and strong earns admiration. His name may be whispered with respect. Sometimes his skill in the dance can even lead to a marriage promise. To leap well is to shine. To stumble is to lose respect. The Adumu is not just a show, it is a test of body, heart, and spirit. It is a tradition passed down for generations, a way to carry the pride of the Maasai people forward. Every leap honours the past, every landing claims the present. In the dust of the circle, the future of each young warrior is written. Every jump is a test. A young Maasai warrior must show his strength, stamina, and courage. The higher he jumps, the louder the chants from his people. The longer he keeps going, the greater the honour he wins. Each leap is not only for himself, but also for his family, his ancestors, and the pride of the Maasai community. Life on the plains of East Africa is not easy. The sun burns hot. Wild animals wait in the grass. Hunger is never far away. To survive here, one must be strong in body and mind. The jumping dance, called the Adumu, reflects this struggle. A warrior must push his legs beyond their limits. His chest may ache from breathing, but he cannot stop. By jumping, he shows that he is ready to face hardships, protect his people, and survive in a hard land. But the dance is more than just strength. It is also pride. The Adumu is a living symbol of Maasai tradition. When the warriors jump in a circle, it is not only movement but also a story told through rhythm and song. Every leap is a way to honour the past. Every landing is a claim to the present. Through this ritual, the Maasai remind themselves of who they are and what values they carry. The dance is also a form of courtship. Women of the village watch carefully. Their colourful bead necklaces shine in the sun as they study each jump. They notice how high the men leap, how long they last, and how steady they remain. A man who jumps higher than the others gains attention and respect. Whispers begin. His name spreads quietly among the women. In time, a strong performance may bring him admiration and even a future wife. Still, not every warrior succeeds. Some cannot jump high, some tires too quickly. Their legs feel heavy and their bodies stumble. When this happens, the crowd's voices drop. People murmur in low tones. Rumours spread fast. A man who fails in the Adumu may lose honour. He may lose respect from his peers and from the women who watch. This failure does not bring death, but it can leave a wound to his pride that lasts a lifetime. For those who do succeed, the reward is clear. The Adumu marks the passage from youth to manhood. It shows that a boy is ready to take on the role of a warrior. It is proof that he has the courage and stamina needed to protect his people. In this way, the dance is not only a contest, but also a doorway into adult life. The meaning of the Adumu is many-sided. It is strength, it is pride, it is attraction, it is identity. Each jump carries a message. In the dust of the jumping circle, a young man's future is shaped with every leap he takes. The image is striking. Young Maasai warriors jump high into the air, their red robes flying, their faces set with focus. To someone watching from the outside, it can look dangerous, almost like a fight with death. It seems as if one wrong step could bring disaster. But the truth is different. The Adumu, the famous Maasai jumping dance, is not a deadly ritual. No fire waits for the jumper. No spears wait for those who fall. The real challenge lies somewhere else, hidden in the songs, the rhythm, and the pressure to keep going. People often think the Adumu is about risking life, but for the Maasai it is not. The dance is about testing strength and endurance. The risk is not falling down, it is failing to keep up. Warriors stand in a circle, taking turns to jump again and again. The songs rise and fall as the leaping continues, sometimes for hours. Muscles begin to ache, legs shake, breathing grows heavy, sweat runs down faces. And still, the young men keep jumping. To stop too soon would show weakness. Long ago, Maasai warriors faced other trials. They hunted lions, lived alone in the wild, and endured pain without complaint. Those tests were about courage and strength. Compared to them, the Adumu may seem less extreme, yet in its own way, the jumping dance carries the same spirit. It is not the body breaking that matters most, but the will to keep going. What a man fears most is not injury, but being seen as weak by his people. The Adumu is also a contest. Every warrior wants to jump higher, last longer, and show more strength than the others. The higher a man rises, the greater the respect he wins. Elders notice, women watch closely. To be the best jumper is to leave a mark in people's minds. But this drive for honour has its risks. Some warriors push themselves too far. Their bodies grow weak. Their vision blurs. Yet they refuse to stop. For them, the greatest enemy is not falling to the ground, it is shame. When the dance ends, the judgment does not. Whispers may follow the men who struggled. People may say, he did not last long, or his jumps were too low. These quiet words can hurt deeply. They may follow a man for years, staining his pride. The wounds of the Adumu are not seen on the skin. They live in the heart. The truth is clear. The Adumu is not a dance of death. It is not a sacrifice of life. It is a test of endurance, of honour, of spirit. Each man pushes his body to the limit to prove he is strong. The danger is not in dying. The danger is in failing. And in Maasai culture, failure can weigh heavier than the earth itself. The music is strong, the singing is loud, and the young warriors look fearless as they leap into the sky. But behind the rhythm and the colour, there are real dangers. These risks are not only about the body, they also touch a warrior's place in society, and even his future in marriage. To join the jumping dance is to face a test that can change a man's life in many ways. The first and most obvious danger is to the body. Jumping again and again, sometimes for hours, takes a heavy toll. Every time a warrior lands, his knees carry the full force of his weight. Over weeks, months and years, this constant stress can lead to pain and injury. Some men feel swelling in their knees. Others suffer from long-term joint problems that follow them even as they grow older. The back is also at risk. Each leap stretches the spine and pulls at the muscles. At first, it may only feel like soreness, but as time goes on, many warriors notice stiffness or pain that does not go away. The lower back in particular can become weak from the repeated strain. The legs and feet also carry the burden. Calves and thighs burn as the jumping continues. Cramps are common. Fatigue sets in quickly, but the warrior cannot stop. To stop is to show weakness. The longer he pushes, the more damage can be done to muscles and tendons. Some men may even collapse from exhaustion, unable to stand. These physical risks are often hidden during the dance itself. The crowd sees only strength, not the pain inside. But years later, the damage remains. A warrior who once jumped proudly may carry lasting aches and stiffness into adulthood. The Adumu is not only about strength, it is also about respect. A man standing in the community can rise or fall based on how he performs in the circle. The eyes of elders, warriors, women, and children are all watching. If a man leaps high and strong, the people will cheer. He will be remembered with pride. But if he struggles, the reaction is different. A poor performance can lead to embarrassment. The whispers begin almost immediately. He jumped too low. He tired too soon. These quiet words spread quickly. They may be repeated in the market, around the fire, or during other ceremonies. For the warrior, the shame of failure is not just for one day, it can last for years. Other warriors may tease him or treat him as less important. Elders may shake their heads with disappointment. Even children may laugh or point. In a culture where honour is everything, this kind of social loss is a serious wound. It can weaken a man's confidence and his position among his people. The cultural risks of the Adumu go even deeper. In Maasai life, marriage is closely tied to strength and reputation. Women often look to the Adumu as a way to see which men are strong, disciplined, and worthy of respect. Their eyes follow every leap. Their opinions form as they watch. A warrior who jumps higher than others can gain admiration. His name may be spoken with respect. He may find himself chosen as a husband because of his skill and endurance. But a warrior who fails has the opposite fate. If he cannot keep up, if his body weakens too soon, women may see him as unfit. His chances of marriage may decrease. In this way, one poor performance can affect his entire future. Marriage is not only personal, it also connects families and strengthens community ties. A man who cannot prove himself may lose these opportunities. The Adumu, therefore, is not just a dance. It is a test that can shape whether a man will have a wife, children, and a respected place in the tribe. When we look closely, the risks of the Adumu become clear. The physical danger leaves scars on the body. The social danger leaves scars on pride. The cultural danger shapes a man's future in marriage and family. All of these risks come together in one circle of song and movement. This is why the Adumu is not only entertainment, it is a trial. For the young warrior, every leap is heavy with meaning. To jump well is to rise in respect. To stumble is to fall in more ways than one. The test is not just about strength in the legs. It is about strength in the spirit, courage before the crowd, and the ability to carry the weight of tradition. The Adumu is more than just a dance. For the Maasai, it is a bridge between the past and the present. Even though times are changing and the world around them looks very different from what it once was, the Maasai continue to perform this ritual. There are many reasons why it survives. It is not only about culture, but also about pride, identity, and how the world now sees them. For centuries, the Maasai have lived with their traditions at the centre of life. Every ceremony, every ritual, every piece of clothing has meaning. The Adumu is one of the clearest symbols of that heritage. To stop performing it would mean letting go of a part of who they are. When the young warriors leap into the air, they are not only proving their strength, they are also honouring their fathers, grandfathers, and the long line of men before them who did the same. Each jump is a reminder that the Maasai people have survived through time, keeping their way of life even as modern changes press in. Performing the Adumu allows them to show cultural pride. It is their way of saying, "We are still here. Our traditions are alive." This continuity gives the community strength. It assures the elders that their teachings are not forgotten, and shows the children that their roots are deep. The Maasai are one of the most recognised groups in Africa. Their red robes, beadwork and tall spears often appear in pictures, films and travel stories. Tourists from all over the world visit Kenya and Tanzania hoping to see the famous jumping dance. Because of this global fascination, the Adumu has also become a part of cultural tourism. Visitors watch the warriors leap and sing, and they see not just a performance, but a living tradition. Tourists are amazed by the strength and stamina of the dancers. Many even try to join in, laughing when they realise how difficult it is to jump as high as the Maasai. This attention has also helped the Maasai community earn income. Performances are sometimes shared at cultural centres or tourist camps, and the money helps support families, schools, and village projects. While some critics worry that tourism can change the meaning of rituals, the Maasai see it as a way to share their culture with the world while also benefiting from it. Another important reason the Adumu is still practiced is its role in shaping identity. For young Maasai men, joining the dance is not optional. It is part of becoming an adult. It gives them a sense of belonging and purpose. In a world where many traditional cultures are fading, the Adumu provides a strong anchor. It reminds the youth of where they come from and what it means to be Maasai. Even if schools, cities, and technology influence their lives, the circle of warriors still calls them back to their roots. When the youth jump, they are not only showing their power, they are saying, "I am Maasai and I am proud." The rhythm of the song, the cheers of the crowd, and the respect of the elders all strengthen that feeling. It builds confidence, unity, and a sense of duty to carry the tradition forward. The Adumu continues because it matters. It is not only about entertainment, it is about pride, history, and identity. It connects the Maasai people to their ancestors, it fascinates the world, and it gives strength to the next generation. As long as the Maasai want to celebrate who they are, the jumping dance will remain. It is their heartbeat, their story in motion, and their living link between the past and the future.